was a really cool thing to watch the chemistry. And I don't know that that would have been the case if this show had been shot in LA.
The network, they wanted to rename it Ambition and shoot it in Texas. And we were all like, no, started singing in choir. I was a classically trained vocalist, headed for opera and musical theatre. I'm having so much more fun now with what I'm doing. But Nashville, the television show, was another miracle. Like I read that script and I fell in love with Scarlett, and I was like, somebody is going to get this role.
But you're living in Australia. Tell me how that happened.
I was doing Spring Awakening at the Sydney Theatre Company, and Kate Blanchett was the artistic director at the time with her husband, Andrew Upton. I was playing the lead in the show, which was something that I had wanted to do, but I didn't think that I would ever get to do. And she took me aside after the preview, and we were backstage, and she said, have you ever thought about going to America? And I said, like on a holiday? She was like, no, for work. I was like, that sounds terrifying. She was like, cool, do it anyway. So I did, and I went out there and for a visit, I think in maybe 2011, came back to Australia and was sending tapes over after I'd gotten I'd been picked up by managers over here. And you send audition tapes. So I booked my first American film off a tape that I sent. Filmed that, and then met with agents who really loved the film, and they said, well, you better come back for pilot season. So I did, and came back, and 2 weeks in, got Nashville, which is ridiculous.
That's wild.
Yeah, most people do like multiple pilot seasons and then film multiple pilots, most of which don't get picked up. But Nashville was, when I read the script, I was just loved Scarlett, and I thought somebody who is more established, and it's just going to change someone's life. She's going to be amazing to play, and I'm really happy for whoever that is. So I'll just go in and have fun. And the day I went in for the audition, it rained, so everyone forgot how to drive, and my bus didn't come. And I turned up looking like a drowned rat. And my life changed within like 37 hours or something like that. It was crazy.
That's wild. So you are not living here?
No. Nashville's the first American city I've ever lived in.
So my friend Eric Close was just here. Eric and I have been friends for like 25 years. And, they're going to do a show in Nashville. Cool, what's it called? He said, it's called Nashville. So he stayed here with us for a few weeks when he came to town. He said, can I just live with you until I get an apartment? I'm like, sure. Nice. He brought Chip Eston over a couple times, and it's just like it seemed like this little family. You guys became friends. Like I wound up knowing a few, but I just watched Eric and how like Eric was friends with more people that I knew in a month. Like I think he knew more people than I did in Nashville after a month. But it's like you guys just assimilated into the city, and it seemed like for the most part, there's a lot of friendships that seem pretty deep. When you guys were all playing together that night, it's pretty cool.
Thanks, man. We're really lucky. We, especially Chip and Jonathan Jackson. Chip really is like an uncle to me. Played one on the show, but he's family, and Jonathan's like a brother to both of us. I'd really never experienced that in a cast before. It was beautiful, and we're all still friends, and we're fixing to go out the Nashville reunion tour is hitting the UK soon. The fan base over there is even more excited than over here. Like they're really engaged. We love all of them, obviously, equally. It's just very different depending on where you are. We're all excited to get back together again.
We flew to London. They have a nonstop from here now, which is good. And we were coming back, and there were people in their like full cowboy hat. Oh yeah. Shorts and boots, the whole 9 yards, like Nashville thing. Like, oh my God, this is really. And it was when the show was popular, but it's hard to get people together for like a Bible study that are not going to fight constantly, or they're going to get along. It was a really cool thing to watch the chemistry kind of go on and watch. Eric's a great guy, and I've always known that, but watching the friendships and seeing you guys see each other, that's a really cool thing, because it just doesn't seem like it's, and I don't know that that would have been the case if this show had been shot in LA.
The network wanted to rename it Ambition and shoot it in Texas. And we were all like, that's silly. And they gave up on that, thank goodness.
God, that would have been horrible.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been Nashville without Nashville.